What's happening, YouTube fam? Jared Weiss back here with another video on the Jared and James channel. If you guys didn't know, that must mean that you're not subscribed to the channel, so you know what to do. Smash the subscribe button, be sure to leave a like, drop a comment, be sure to support the channel however you wish, because I'm really trying my best to grow the channel as best as possible. And I've really been grinding hard. I've been reinvesting in buying all the best equipment possible. So I hope you guys are appreciating the effort that I'm putting into this. So if you guys wouldn't mind returning the favor by showing the channel some love and showing some support, I'd really appreciate it. So by the time this video comes out, we'll be really close to the new year. But I'm going to be talking about why this whole concept of time is actually just a man-made construct that's actually been limiting you, and here's what to do about it. So let's get into the video now. So guys, if you're new here, I'm Jared Weiss, welcome to the channel. So today I'm going to be talking about why true success doesn't have a timeline, and why your timeline is actually setting you back. Let's get into it now. You may be convinced by the way that the whole school system is set up, for instance, that when you get a certain degree, or on the other hand, when you pass a test, you're being convinced that that means that you've mastered that subject. In that time period, because you've gone to school for 4 years, or in some cases 8 years, and therefore you're now a master of that subject. So how true is that? Let's dig deeper. I believe that the truly brightest minds in the world are the ones who never stop learning, and the ones who actually experiment on their own with their own research.
Did the system really work out for you? Did it teach you to follow your heart, or to just play it safe, roll over? Because you don't need teachers or classrooms or fancy highbrow traditions or money to really learn. You just need people with a desire to better themselves.
With their own perceptions, and don't allow this whole timeline of, oh, well, so I've been taking this class, I've been studying the subject for the past 4 years, so therefore now I'm a master at it, and now I don't have to do any more research, and I don't have to question things because I have all the knowledge that's out there. So like, that's a lie, as I've been talking about these past few years. Trusting the experts, not questioning things, is ultimately going to lead us down the wrong path, where, as I've been saying, we become sicker, weaker, more dependent on others, and where we're constantly outsourcing our own power and our own knowledge to the experts just because they have this label, and like because they've been trained in this, or as I like to see it, they've actually been indoctrinated into certain beliefs, and now they're parroting that same narrative to you, so that this way no one ever questions things, because of course we're all constantly distracted. So like, we don't even have time to actually do our own research in these things. But the way I see it, you need to be doing your own research. You need to be constantly seeking out more, seeking out the truth, no matter how hard it is. And you need to constantly be raising your own vibrations, taking control of the things that like you have control over. Because success doesn't happen on a specific timeline, and time overall is actually this like man-made construct that like ultimately limits us, because we start to think that like, oh, if we don't have this accomplished by this age, if we don't have this accomplished by this time, then we're falling behind, we're a failure, without realizing that like true mastery and true success is ongoing, and there is no timeline that could possibly keep you in there and convince you that you need to do things on that specific timeline. So like, for instance, when it comes to mastering a certain skill, let's just go along the lines of sports. So like, you may have been playing for 5 years, but like that 5th year could have been the year where ultimately your success finally takes off. But like, other people may have told you after 4 years, oh, well, truthfully, this isn't your sport, you weren't meant to do this, therefore it's time for you to quit. Same thing goes for mastery of a certain subject. You may have been failing in school, you may have been going against the grain.
Some political crap. I got a 0 on my SATs.
As a result, school wasn't meant for you, and then they actually convinced you that like you were stupid.
Stupid is a mean word.
And that was the reason why you were failing, when in reality, you just needed to do things on your own time and to learn at your own pace and in your own best way. Translating the whole true success doesn't have a timeline aspect into my whole healing journey. Doctors will often try to convince you, oh, you broke a bone, so therefore you need to follow this protocol for 8 weeks or 8 months or 8 years, and then you're gonna be all better. But like, you're constantly gonna be needing more medication, and like any injuries that happen after this or any health issues that happen after this can't possibly be connected to this false timeline that we set up for you.
Catch you later.
Holistic healing, which is like what I practice, as most of you guys know, is about consistent inputs daily, over and over again, that compound into these massive gains over time. But like, of course, it's gonna take a really long time to ultimately build this whole foundation. There's multiple aspects to the whole healing journey. There's getting out in nature, there's sunlight, there's grounding, there's taking baths and doing castor oil treatments, taking care of your oral health, oil pulling, eating the right high quality foods, having the best friendships, having good relationships, meditating, taking control over your spirituality, allowing things to be, taking whatever supplements are beneficial for you, etc., etc. There's so much that ultimately goes into true healing that like no one, and also like, we've all obviously been exposed to different levels of harms. We've all had various levels of damage done to our bodies through whatever harmful environments our bodies have been placed in, whether of our own doing or whether things that were actually out of our control. But like, it's our responsibility to do whatever it takes to then go through the whole healing journey. No matter how hard I've tried, I can't put a timeline on my ultimate healing success. And then, truthfully, healing, as Cassie's always saying, as Victor's always saying, healing is always happening, and it's a lifelong journey. Even after I do quote unquote get all better, and like after I start feeling all better, there's still always going to be healing happening, and there's always going to be more leveling up to be done. It's important for me to let go of the outcome and not try to always force things. Being someone who loves trying to do everything possible to become the best I could possibly be, being the best trier, as Cassie calls it, that Dr. Cassie Huckabee calls it. But like, sometimes when you're someone who does try to take control over everything, you end up like forcing things before they're ready. One example that like she actually gave me during our most recent appointment was that like sun, for instance. The sun is of course very healthy for you, and like there's obviously so many benefits to getting outside, to getting in nature, to being in the sun daily. But like, that doesn't mean that like more sun is always going to be better. For instance, if you're trying to get tan within one day because for whatever reason you're trying to impress someone, but like the whole thing is, you can't build a really nice tan within one day, because otherwise you're gonna end up getting super burnt.
I have seen this only one other time. It's the ultimate tan. He's sun bleached.
2 hours later.
Hey Patrick, do you think maybe too much sun is a bad thing?
Whatever. I just go with the flow.
It's all a process, and it's about trusting the journey. It's about doing whatever daily inputs I need, and then adding up, compounding over time, no matter how long it takes. And based on this man-made construct of time, I have to get better at letting go of the outcome, and like trusting what I'm doing every day is ultimately going to add up. But like, also appreciating where I'm at right now. Truthfully, do we even know whether time is even linear? Or on the other hand, could the past, present, and future all be like molding into this like continuous circle? But like,
This one is a circle.
that may open up a whole new can of worms. Like, is actually a whole separate topic with like really like separating from the ego, like your like subconscious mind, conscious mind, all working together at the same time. The whole concept of like awareness and our soul never dying. That's a really big concept. Let's focus on my message for today. So like, just because you've been indoctrinated to believe like certain things have to happen in this time, or else they're not working, or else you're falling behind, let go of this man-made construct, let go of time, and just focus on living life to the fullest, doing whatever daily inputs you need to get you to your highest self, and then let go, let things be, let God do his work, trust his timing, and ultimately you're gonna get to whatever goals you're after, and maybe a whole lot more, because you've been trusting the journey, because you've been learning new things as you go along, and like realizing that like there's no timeline that anyone could give you as far as when your healing is going to be complete, as far as when your journey of mastering a subject is going to be complete, mastering a skill is going to be complete. It's actually been well known that like there's Buddhist monks out there who've been trying to attain peace for, in some cases, over 100 years, And like these people every day will go out to the mountains and meditate daily, trying to attain peace. But like understanding true peace is actually a lifelong journey. And so they're never actually gonna quote unquote reach this destination, because every day is something new. Every day you're a new person. Every day you have an opportunity to do something new, to become more the person who you were meant to be, to become more the person who you wish to be. And so don't allow these time constraints, don't allow people to convince you that you're falling behind.
Coming by Fondor now in the home stretch, heading into the Bell Lap. Oh, went down.
Darden coming on strong. Darden all the way. Darden.
And also, moreover, in this new year, continue to question everything, continue to realize that like there's always more to learn, there's always more to gain, and this should excite you because you can always become better. But like it all starts with appreciating where you're at right now. So like for instance, as I've said like numerous times in the past, maybe I'm not where I ultimately want to be in terms of my health progress right now, but like as I was actually talking about with James the other day, I also realized how important it is to like really appreciate and live in the moment with where I'm at right now, because God actually wants me to learn something with where I'm at right now. So like for whatever reason, the universe wants me to be exactly where I'm at right now with regards to my whole healing journey. And like once again, this has never stopped me before from going after my dreams. This hasn't stopped me from going after all my massive goals. If anything, this actually allowed me to slow things down, but like also to keep going with inspiring people on my journey. And I've learned and gained so much new knowledge. I've grown so much as a person. And to be honest, the best times I've had in my life, many of them have actually come during these past several years while I've been on my healing journey. So like what that shows me is that like I don't need things to be perfect in order to accomplish my goals. I don't need things to be perfect in order for me to love my life. And so goal setting is awesome, but like once we set our goals, it's actually really important to actually lose track of time and just get caught up in loving the process of getting to your goals. And the journey to get to your goals could take years and years, because the journey to getting to your goals, you could be on it for a lifelong process. If you're not appreciating everything that's happening along the way, you're actually going to be drawing yourself further and further away from your goals, because part of achieving your goals is the enjoyment of getting there. I want to show you guys some of my PRs from this past week in the gym. So like, let's get to that now.
Well, miss, I guess I'll be on my way now. You just give me a...
do it. Speak that shit in existence, Reset. See, at this point, I go two ways. Either take some time, reset, try one more time, or I take a plate or so off, I do like 2 more sets, just rep it out. True healing doesn't have a timeline. True learning doesn't have a timeline. And you can't tell me that you're an expert just because you've been studying something for this many years, especially if you've been studying all the wrong information. And like, there's always going to be more to learn. So like, this whole trust the experts idea doesn't work for me. So let me know what you guys think of this message. Let me know if this resonates with you, and if you guys are able to carry this into whatever stuff you've planned in this new year. Remember, one more thing I want to add. Once you set your goals, then if you try to force them to happen before you're ready, before you've actually learned whatever God and the universe want you to learn in order to have these goals achieved, you're going to be messing with the whole process. For instance, with me, if I try to detox too much too fast, I'm going to be messing with my body's ability to release things at the time it's ready to. Same thing goes for training too much. So like, training, working out are awesome, but like, training more isn't necessarily going to get you to your goals faster. When you're setting these goals, understand that like, the time of them shouldn't be as relevant as the process of getting to them. You may think that like, you're ready to achieve this goal within this time span, and if you don't, you're just going to give up. But like, doing that is actually going to be placing more limits on you, and so therefore you're actually going to be interfering with the way the universe works, with the way your body works. So anyways, I hope you guys can take this message with you wherever you're at in your journeys and into this new year, whatever that means. Wherever we're at, remember that awareness is infinite. Be your own best advocate. Take control over the things that you can control, and let go of the things that you can't. Bring more peace into this new year. Connect with others more. Connect with nature more. Work hard, but also don't forget to have fun along the way, and enjoy whatever you're doing. So anyways, love you guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to drop a like, leave a comment. We out ya. Peace.